Yo, yo, yo. What is up, guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's the weekend, baby. It's Saturday. It's Saturday. Good to see you guys. Hope everything's going well. Cheers. Um, so again, no no gaming content this weekend. No plans for it anyways. I've got some other stuff I need to work on. We're gonna get the video gaming news segments done, and that's just kind of gonna be the gist of it for this weekend's content. Okay. Feels a bit bad. I want to play games. I just have other things that I need to take care of and focus on, try to get done before this kind of vacation coming up at the end of the month. Okay. So that's the plan. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get over there and get into our video gaming news segment. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Are game platforms from Sony, Microsoft, Epic too much of ellipses? Let's see what that's about. One of 2018's best Nintendo Switch games goes on sale. You know what that tells you right there? This is how often their biggest games go on sale. When there are articles coming out about one of 2018's, a game from 4 years ago, when people get excited from a game from 4 years ago actually going on sale, that's how you know how often Nintendo games go on sale. Yeah, we watched the showcase yesterday, THQ Nordic. I didn't uh personally see anything that was super interesting, but that's just me. Um Alone in the Dark is getting some new a new title, and that's cool. Alone in the Dark looked like it might be nice. Did they show anything about South Park yesterday? New South Park game announced by THQ. We kind of read about this already, but I don't remember seeing anything in the showcase yesterday. We'll see what the $10 Best Buy game is for today. They've already done Call of Duty Vanguard, Neo 2. Call of Duty Vanguard was for what was it, PlayStation and Xbox. Neo was for PlayStation 4 and 5. What was yesterday's game? Back for Blood? I think it was Back for Blood you could get for Xbox for $10. We'll see what today's is. Here we go. Hogwarts Legacy release date pushed back to 2023. Yeah, we saw a little bit of the AEW Fight Forever gameplay stuff in the Nordic showcase yesterday. New Multiverse Season 1 release date announced. That got pushed back just a bit, but they've got a date out now apparently, so let's take a look. We've read about that already. Looks like we've got some Captain Marvel gameplay trailer stuff from Marvel's Midnight Suns. See what's going on there. Go ahead and pivot real quick. Go into our other search. Squirrel with a gun game goes viral. We've seen this around a little bit. This looks actually hilarious. Looks like they might actually be making AEW Fight Forever playable. Probably demo style at Gamescom. Looks like we've got confirmation that Mr. Freeze that is in Gotham Knights. I think we all kind of knew that villain would be in that game. But if you didn't know, now you know. We read about Arcade Paradise already. We read an article about it yesterday. It looks kind of cool. We also read about this. God of War Ragnarok has other games running scared. Yeah, yeah. Nobody wants to release around the same time as God of War Ragnarok. And rightfully so. If that game even comes close to being on par with what the previous God of War entry served up, we're in for a fantastic experience as far as I'm concerned, and I know a lot of other people feel that way as well. Take a response to question about Sonic Frontiers delay. Let's see what's going on there. Read about that yesterday. The new Avatar: The Last Airbender RPG game on mobile. It's a mobile game. We've also read about that. That's actually hilarious. How an online community took back the Legend of Zelda. Let's take a look at what that's about. Let's see what that for this morning. Let's see what we've got here. Gamers offered too much of a good thing. Hulu, Netflix, HBO Max, Disney Plus, for years, subscription fatigued TV watchers have questioned whether today's streaming climate is just a more expensive and less efficient version of cable. It's not just TV junkies wondering excuse me, why their content is scattered all across the internet. A lot of gamers are irritated by something similar. We are way past the console wars, which had gamers frustrated that their favorite Japanese role-playing game was stuck behind PlayStation's walled garden. Today, dozens of software offerings that promise easy access to titles vie for players' dollars, time, and hardware memory. Dare we say the game platform wars? Not much of a ring to it. Let's count game-related subscription services. There's Xbox Game Pass, PlayStation Plus, Google Stadia, GeForce Now, Nintendo Switch Online, EA Play, Apple Arcade, Amazon Luna. Then there are, thankfully free, digital game storefronts and launchers, Steam, Epic, Activision Blizzard's Battle.net, Origin from EA, the Google Play Store, Apple's App Store, GOG. It's really countless, you know. And on top of all that, people can even play games on apps like Netflix, right? Because you've got like Netflix, TikTok applications. Those platforms are pivoting into the gaming industry, so they are getting games on their platforms as well. Are we nearing platform saturation for video games? There's reason to believe a version of it could happen or is already happening. Google had to massively reel back resources behind Stadia, its cloud gaming service, after struggling to increase subscriptions. And less than 1% of Netflix's subscribers are playing the streaming platform's games, CNBC reported this week. Last year, in a letter to shareholders, Netflix cited Epic Games as a competitor for consumer screen time. It's unlikely that subscription fatigue will hit the games industry anytime soon, says George Gigiashvili, Omdia's principal games analyst. Games will not move completely in that direction given the diversity of platforms, devices, and monetization models. In fact, there's a lot of room to grow, he says, citing that game subscription services only eat about 5% of total customer spending on games. Unlike streaming sites, game subscriptions and services aren't all competing on the same playing field. Some companies' platforms are designed to keep gamers engaged in their ecosystems, like Xbox. Others, like Epic Games Store, are purely storefronts offering a variety of titles. Then there are ones that enable a specific functionality, like playing AAA games on mobile devices or competing against other players online. More than 3 billion people around the world play games, and they're not all going to play just play FIFA on a PC through Xbox Game Pass. They might enjoy PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on mobile and Minecraft across both devices. The end game is to play, and despite our loud complaining, gamers are willing to download or buy a wide variety of software to play what they want, where they want it. We see a segmentation. Quit, dude. God. We see a segmentation of players finding the best approach for what suits their needs, says Julia Alexander, Parrot Analytics Director of Strategy. Alexander thinks we will start seeing more bundled services going forward. That way companies can cross-pollinate their audience. When I asked whether it would be better for the gaming industry to see more platform consolidation, Alexander said, I'm sure the FTC would say no. However, large platforms with already established gaming market share dominance, the Microsofts and the Sonys, will continue to loom large. Console wars, it turns out, are not over. My bet is that Microsoft and Sony will continue to be frontrunners because of hardware market share dominance, she says, but I think you will see people in the mobile space continue to find their groove. Yeah. I mean, it does. I will say that it does seem like it's starting to get fairly polluted, right? But it's also to be expected, I think. Gaming has only ever gotten more and more popular as a form of entertainment for people. And along with that means it will, as long as it continues to thrive and grow and be profitable, it will just continue to be ingrained in everything and be a large part of what entertainment is for us. So whether it be subscription services or consoles or, you know, online platforms to have digital libraries, what have you, it's going to keep growing. And obviously, those companies that already kind of have that space, a really, really big part of that space locked down, whether it be, you know, Steam for the digital storefront stuff or the console, main console players, what have you. You'll see other players come in and try to take that on. I mean, we've talked about Apple is currently trying to see what they might be able to do about creating a console for themselves. It's not easy to do, but companies are going to try. They're going to try. One of 2018's best Nintendo Switch games goes on sale for $2. Nintendo is running one of its routine sales right now that offers various discounts on a number of different Nintendo Switch games. One of those games just happens to be a chart topper for 2018. In addition to being one of the best reviewed Switch games from that year, it's also a game which won a number of awards for its style and design. That game is Inside. Yeah, we know what Inside is. An eerie, moody platformer, and if you haven't played it before or just want to try it out on a more mobile platform, you can pick it up right now for just $2. This is a pretty cool looking game. Very, very highly rated. Hunted and alone, a boy finds himself drawn into the center of a dark project. A preview of the game reads, Inside is a dark and narrative-driven platformer combining intense action with challenging puzzles. It has been critically acclaimed for its moody art style, ambient soundtrack, and unsettling atmosphere. These are all the awards the game has won. I actually own it. Got it for free. Epic gave it away for free like within the past year. So I own it on PC. We might take a quick dive into it during or around Scaretober time frame for us. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if we can work it in. But it's supposed to be a great, great little game. Kind of, if you know what Little Nightmares is, kind of Little Nightmares-esque in a way. Not the exact same game or anything, but very platform style, kind of dark vibes to it, you know. Give it a look. It's supposed to be a very, very good game. New South Park game announced by THQ Nordic. Did I miss this yesterday? A new South Park game appears to be in the works at THQ Nordic. Given South Park is one of the biggest IP out there, it has a long history with video games dating back to the 90s. Now, we read an article previously, a couple days ago in the news segment, talking about how it looks like the new South Park game could be like a FPS kind of game. Sadly, a lot of these early games weren't received very well and failed to match the quality of the games being put out by other animated shows like The Simpsons and SpongeBob SquarePants. After years of this, South Park creators Matt Stone and Trey Parker decided to become heavily involved with the game that would eventually become South Park Stick of Truth. The game had a long and turbulent development that saw THQ selling the game to Ubisoft after the former went bankrupt. Proved to be worthwhile as the game was released to incredible reviews and went on to sell over 5 million copies. THQ Nordic appears to have wrangled the rights back from Ubisoft as it teased a new South Park game during the publisher's. Did I just miss this? Weird. Livestream ended with a note saying there were 26 unannounced games still in development. Before it faded out and South Park Digital Studios logo appeared on screen. Oh, so that's why I missed it. A voice can be heard repeatedly yelling the word hot before shouting, oh, it's coming. The aforementioned note then changed to say there are 25 unannounced games in development. As of right now, there's no word on what this game will be called, how it will play, or if it will be related to Ubisoft's two South Park RPGs. Also unclear who is developing the game, as THQ Nordic is just the publisher. We actually, we read about kind of what's happening with this a little bit, though, a couple days ago. Nevertheless, given it has been years since Ubisoft, or speculative kind of what's going on with it development-wise. Ubisoft South Park The Fractured But Whole is their second entry for South Park games. It's exciting to know there is a new South Park game on the way. It will likely be a while before we learn more, given the showcase offered glimpses at games that seem to be coming fairly soon. Yeah, so that's why I don't remember it, because it was a kind of little short teaser thing at the after the ending of the showcase yesterday. Excuse me. Yeah. So right now we're at like day 4 out of 10 of Best Buy doing $10 games for 10 days. It's a different game for $10 10 days, right? And give me a second, pull this up. Size with that raid, what's up? Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? Hey, dude. Size matters. Thanks, buddy. Good morning, man. Or good day. I know it's not morning for you anymore necessarily, but what's up, man? Not good. What's wrong, man? What's going on, buddy? So look, guys. So you can get Death Stranding for PS4, PS5 for $10 right now. Today only on Best Buy. So if you don't have, I don't know, if you don't have Best Buy in your location or you're having trouble finding one around you that has a copy or whatever, I don't know. Let me know if I can help, okay? Skipping Gwent this whole season. Really? You care to elaborate on why? Keep on losing. I lost like 25 ranked matches in a row. Is that, I mean, what would cause that? Is there just like some severely unbalanced stuff going on or what? So yeah, guys, if it's today only, if you're interested in Death Stranding for PS4, PS5, $10, Best Buy, okay? Don't know? That seems, that's brutal. It's brutal. I mean, that sucks to hear, man. I mean, obviously, Gwent is something that you enjoy very much, you know, and in a competitive aspect as well. Yeah, yeah. Um, that sucks, man. I'm sorry. That sucks to hear, man. Did you like build a new deck for the new season? Like they didn't even introduce new cards, right? It was just balance changes, correct? If I remember correctly, that's all that happened in Gwent. There was no new cards, no new cards or anything, right? Yeah, just balances and everything. Huh. That's kind of crazy. Did they make any significant changes to the like your main decks or anything balance wise that would result in you just getting throttled all the time? Hogwarts Legacy release date pushed back to 2023. Here we go, guys. Another delay. We now have a concrete Hogwarts Legacy release date, but unfortunately it won't be until next year. The game, which is set in the Harry Potter universe, will now be launching in February of 2023 in order to ensure a better gaming experience, according to its developers. Hogwarts Legacy delay was announced via the game's official Twitter account. There, the developers revealed that the open world game would be pushed back to next year in order to deliver the best possible game experience. The new Hogwarts Legacy release date is therefore February 10th, so make sure to put that new date in your calendar. Better to just take a break. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to get to maybe what the core is of you know, core of what the issue is there. If you've never experienced anything like that before, I mean, the only thing I can figure is that maybe some of the balancing that happened is specifically in you know, related to some of the decks you're playing. You know, maybe some of the main deck you're playing or something got balanced down or something, and it's having that much of an effect. I don't know. That seems. I mean, it's hard. You can't really look at 25 matches and go, "That's just bad RNG," right? That's significant. That's a pretty great sample size to go, something's wrong, right? And that's the only thing I could really imagine is that whatever main decks you're playing potentially got balanced down pretty bad. The only thing I could think. I mean, I'm not all that versed in Gwent, obviously, but just TCGs in general, they didn't come out with any new cards, so it's not like anybody built any kind of new crazy decks or anything, right? That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Um, well, I don't know, man. Maybe you'll be able to spend that time diving into some other TCG that you're interested in and learning a bit more about some other one or something. Glass is half full, maybe? I don't know, man. I don't know. Hey, remember what Shigeru Miyamoto said about the delayed games, right? It might not always be right, but a delayed game is better than a rush one, right? Most of the time, yeah. Yep. This isn't the first time we've seen Hogwarts Legacy delayed. Game was originally due to arrive in 2021. Um, but then got delayed to this year, with Warner Brothers saying that it needed to give the game the time it needs. Looks like the 2022 release window wasn't quite enough for Hogwarts Legacy, though, given that it's now arriving next year. We're seeing a trend with Warner Brothers at this point as well, right? Where Warner Brothers is starting to have multiple delays in the games that are in their pipeline. Again, we want the best possible experience from games. Best possible experience from games in general. So we don't want games to be rushed just to meet a date and then be pushed out and feel you know, jaded by the experience they give us, or feel like we got scummed out of money, you know, because the game's trash, obviously. But at the same time, whenever developers show a trend of having issues getting their games out and it's delay after delay after delay, you know, it feels like something might be wrong. I see it with Ubisoft a lot here lately. It looks like Warner Brothers dealing with the same thing on the front of some of their games, right? So I'm not sure exactly what's going on here, but we obviously don't want things rushed. But maybe these studios need to quit giving these definitive dates if they're not going to be able to meet them, and just keep having to delay stuff, you know? Yeah, I don't know, Si. I mean, that's what I was just kind of getting at. It seems like you'd be able to find something else. I mean, there are a lot of TCGs out there, too, if that's really what you're... not that you have to stick with that, but maybe it would be worth taking a look at some other TCGs that are out there and seeing if there's something that piques your interest, and taking a dive into that, and you know, checking out something a little bit new to you, right? Why not? Why not? Keep it fresh, man. Keep it fresh. So you will not play another TCG? You just go for some other genre? That's what you mean? That's cool. Yeah. Do it. Maybe you'll feel a lot better taking a break. Maybe you'll feel a lot better taking a break. You know, maybe that's just what you need a little bit. It happens, man. It happens. Played all the TCGs already? Yeah. Make your own. Make your own TCG. You got all that experience, man. uh, yeah, I mean sometimes I think most of us as gamers, even though like I mean myself, even though I'm a the most powerful card in there would be the 3-head card. There's no doubt about it. Um, I think it happens to all of us as gamers to an extent. I mean, even myself, I've traditionally, even not just because I started streaming, I've traditionally just been a kind of variety gamer. I like a lot of different kinds of games. I've always played, you know, I've always had a more of a pull towards like Metroidvanias and roguelites and RPGs, but man, I've always played a lot of stuff, sports games, uh, you know, you name it, all kinds of stuff. And I think that I can even start feeling like I'm in a funk if I play some a specific genre for just consistently for too long, you know, where I feel like I need a break and I need to get out and play something different. That's kind of what Apex has been for me lately because I've been playing so much RPG stuff, and especially with these very long playthroughs like The Witcher 3 has been. You know, we're like 160 hours into The Witcher 3, and I was like, man, I need something to keep me fresh. So maybe just a little bit of a break from the TCG stuff would be good for you, you know? Just dive into something else. Get your mind away from all the TCG crap for a little bit. And maybe it'll get you fresh again, you know? I don't think that's a bad play at all. I would say don't quit streaming though, man. Yeah. Unless you just, you know, I mean, obviously it's a personal decision. If you're feeling tired of it and you're not enjoying it, then there's no point in doing it. But if you're enjoying streaming, just because the TCG thing's, you know, kind of feeling a bit beat on you, if you're still going to be playing games and you're still enjoying streaming, I would say keep it up. Hopefully we won't see another delay and we'll be able to explore the Wizarding World in February. Here's the thing. Trends, dude. Trends, right? So as far as that's concerned, we've now seen Warner Brothers come out and give multiple delays on this game. So, yeah, they've given us a February of 2023 date now. But how much stock do you place in that date that they're giving us at this point when we've seen 2 delays already? I would not advise very much, right? Again, if a delay is needed, cool. But we've talked about this a lot here lately too. You know, I think this is I think it's good that a lot of developers have finally learned that if a game needs a delay, it's much, much better to delay the game than it is to try to meet date expectations, right? That's a bad way to go about development. Trying to meet date expectations sets you up for failure. So, delay, right, if it's needed. But here's another thing that's starting to trend very bad in the gaming industry as far as I'm concerned. Setting dates that you're not able to meet ever, right? Unrealistic dates are starting to appear to be the norm for as far as I can tell in a lot of game development. And I mean, as far as the development process goes, you're always going to be setting tentative dates in the development process for certain things to get done. But as far as the game being fully complete and you know, ready for push out, release, you know, I would say developers need to be a bit more diligent in holding back that kind of information until they're quite sure that they're going to be able to meet such a date, because it's starting to feel really bad just constantly seeing things be delayed, right? So we've moved from this trend of bad games coming out because they tried to meet dates to another trend of developers understanding they don't need to always meet dates because it's more important to create a quality product. But now it's just a trend of them constantly delaying games, which also feels bad, you know? Always a fan of old school point and click adventure game. Oh, that's cool, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Nice. Dude, when's the new Monkey, like Monkey Island stuff, right? When's the new Monkey Island coming out? I think it's still a ways, but not too far, right? You talking about that kind of stuff? I don't know if this would be really up your alley or not, but um, they are making a new Monkey Island game, dude. And it's supposed to be coming out by the end of the end. It's Devolver, which is an amazing pub. Uh, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's something to look into or look forward to playing. You know what I mean? Huge Monkey Island fan. There you go, dude. Yeah, cool, cool, man. Yeah, solid. Do you? I don't know if they have a specific. Do they have a dedicated release date yet? Played 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, dude. Those are some old school games. Yeah, yeah. Yo, John Cena. What's up, buddy? How are you, buddy? Can you try AI Dungeon? What do you mean? Like you want me to like play it today? Well, welcome to the channel, John. Yeah, I know what it is, buddy. Yeah, I know what it is. I know what AI Dungeon is, man. Yeah, we've talked about it a lot during our news segments and stuff. Um, no, I won't be playing it today. Sorry. Nope. Sorry, man. Actually, I won't be doing any gameplay today. Normally, I would be doing gameplay today, but at the same time, I have a schedule I kind of stick to for our community and what we do. And AI Dungeon is not currently on the schedule to mess around with right now. Sorry.
No, 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 no.
Yeah. I mean, it seems like a pretty cool concept. AI Dungeon does. But sorry.
He tried it.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with what AI Dungeon is. It looks like a pretty cool concept. I was actually made aware. All right, buddy. Cool, man. Thanks for the follow, dude. Uh, Twitch. Yeah. Okay. Wait. So cool. Um, do what you need to do, man. That's actually considered promotion inside this channel, and people coming in and promoting other people's stuff is not allowed. So you do what you need to do. If So what I'll say is, This is your first time in this community. You're coming in and trying to prompt me to go play something that, you know what I mean, isn't part of what is here. If you feel like you need to go somewhere else and see somebody else's stuff, that's cool. But part of the rules that you should have seen in chat whenever you came into this community is that promoting other people's content and everything is not allowed in this channel. All right. I promote other people's stuff. I don't need to tell you because the rules come up in chat. You had to click something that said, okay, I know the rules, right? So it's your responsibility to read what the rules are and follow those rules when you come into my community. Yeah. So I don't need to tell you the rules. You should have been able to read the rules. That's your responsibility. So if you can't read and follow the rules, I enforce them. So you can go back and read them again if you want to, buddy. That's the way Twitch works. This is not going to be the only channel you're going to find that kind of stuff happen in, okay? I'll just let you know that right now. This community is all about being cool and chill and having a good time and everything, but it's also about following the rules and promoting other people's content is not accepted in here, or you know, I will promote other people's content at my discretion, but having other people come in and promote their own content or other people's content is not accepted. It sets a bad precedence for how I want this community to be run. All right. So just understand that anytime you come into anybody's channel and there are going to be rules set up. So I know that when you came into chat for the first time, a box came up and said, these are the channel rules. And you just clicked, okay, you didn't read any of it, right? That's your responsibility to read and follow those rules, whether it be my channel or anybody else's channel, okay? So, sorry, no, I won't be playing AI Dungeon. I'm aware of it. It seems like a cool concept. I'm actually not playing any games this weekend because I have some other stuff going on. I'm only doing my news segment. That's it. I respect the fact if you need to go check out that content somewhere else. Cool. I respect that. And I appreciate the follow, buddy. So, again, Hogwarts Legacy pushed back till February. I wouldn't put much stock in that until probably, you know, we get really close to that date. Probably the end of the year, like very end of the year, beginning of next year. And they are still holding firm with that date. New Multiverse's Season 1 release date announced. Following a date earlier this month, Multiverse's developer, Player First Games and Warner Brothers Games have announced that Multiverse's Season 1 will go ahead and actually launch on August 15th. The free-to-play platform brawler was initially set to release on August 9th alongside the addition of Morty from Rick and Morty as a new playable character. Now, however, the two releases are separated as Morty will actually join Multiverses on August 23rd as part of Season 1, but not directly at launch. Quote, we're excited to announce Season 1 will begin on August 15th with a brand new battle pass for you to earn in-game rewards. The official announcement of the new Multiverse Season 1 release date reads in part. Quote, we can also confirm Morty will join the character roster on August 23rd as part of Season 1. We look forward to sharing more in the coming weeks. You can check out the full announcement about Multiverse's Season 1 release date and the release of Morty for yourself embedded below. As noted above, Multiverse Season 1 is officially set to kick off on August 15th with a new battle pass featuring a bevy of in-game rewards. Additionally, Morty is now set to join the roster of playable fighters on August 23rd. Yeah, it really has, man. Yeah, Multiverses has been getting a lot of coverage. You know, here's one of the things that I think really played well for them. I'll finish reading this real quick and I'll talk about it. Additionally, Morty is now set to join the roster of playable fighters on August 23rd. In general, Multiverses is currently available in open beta on PS5, PS4, Series Xbox, Series X and S, Xbox One, and PC. The video game is a free-to-play platform brawler with a focus on 2v2 team fights. Title includes full crossplay support as well as server-based rollback netcode. You know, one of the things that I think played really well for them is that it is a very Smash-esque kind of game. And the fact that Nintendo pulled out of Evo because Sony now owns it. As of last year, right, Sony bought Evo. And as a result of that, right, we've talked about this, Nintendo said nobody's going to be able to play Smash anymore at Evo. And I think this was just a really, really good timing thing on the part of WB creating, developing, and releasing this game, which was embraced by PlayStation and brought into the Evo tournament. And obviously people enjoy the gameplay, right? But I think it was big at the same time for them to be able to bring it in such an early phase. I mean, it's in beta right now, and they allowed it to be a competitive fighting game in Evo tournament this year as well, which is really cool because Smash couldn't be played, right? So it kind of took the place of it. I think that was a big thing for them. And yeah, people are liking the game a lot. It's a pretty big deal. Now, another one that just came out that people seem to be enjoying a lot is the new Epic game. Oh God, Rumbleverse? Is that it? Rumbleverse, yeah. Um, so Wick, what's up, dude? Yeah, I've got a lot of like community members and streamer friends that have been playing Rumbleverse that have been loving this. Wick literally isn't sleeping anymore because of this game. Yeah, yeah. So, uh, you know what's funny is the first time that Wick came into my channel, I said the same thing. Same thing. But yeah, I mean, Multiverses is. I haven't seen any Rumbleverse news necessarily, other than the fact, I mean, I think that it's being very well received from what I can understand. It seems like people are really enjoying the game. Did you play more of it last night, Wick? So, new Multiverse Season 1. We'll get Morty on August 23rd, okay? So, I don't know, maybe I need to take a dive into Multiverse at some time before too long, too. Multiverse, or excuse me, Marvel's Midnight Suns trailer shows off Captain Marvel gameplay. Marvel's Midnight Suns might have been delayed once again, this time without a definitive release date before March 31st of next year. But promotion for the upcoming video game continues. Still plenty of characters that need highlighting ahead of the game's release. After all, and the most recent of the character-specific gameplay trailers focus on Captain Marvel specifically. Yeah, this is like a tactical card battle. It's kind of wild. Let's take a look at this Captain Marvel gameplay real quick.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another superhero showcase for Marvel's Midnight Suns. My name is Christopher Odd and I run the channel by the same name. Today is the 5th showcase that I've been proud to work on in partnership with Marvel and 2K. I'm stoked to get into this one because not only do I get to showcase a dominant female powerhouse, but we also get to look at a brand new mechanic design.
I gotta be honest, there are like some of these outfits that I'm seeing for these characters, just default outfits for some of the playable characters in this game that I'm like, okay,
Danvers, aka Captain Marvel.
That looks cool, and then there are other ones where I'm like, dude, that looks terrible.
I want to dive in right now because we've got some explaining to do. Captain Marvel is one of the few superheroes.
Like, I'm not a fan of what
drives their play style in a certain direction. In order to be the best,
Doctor Strange looks like in they've got like a hood on him and everything. It looks really weird.
Build up her binary meter. Once filled, you'll be granted a free card called Go Figure. That's not what it's called. The card is called Go Binary. It grants block and increases offense by 100%, making her attacks.
I think this is a cool concept, man.
Powerful. I can't stress how important it is we get Carol into her binary state as quickly as possible. Her damage output is absolutely insane. Now, here's the kicker. Binary is going to be lost if her block ever reaches 0.
Tired? You stayed up all night playing Rumbleverse again?
Right? Sure.
Is that the play?
Many of her cards also add taunt. You see where this is going? There's a little bit of a push-pull system here, And it's really fun to try and manipulate it to our advantage. Playing off her desire for taunts, one of her attacks will deal extra damage to enemies that are
You wish? What are you so tired for, man?
Pretty straightforward at its most basic implementation, but invest in upgrading it and you'll gain counter after KOing with Cosmic Ray. I don't believe we've covered the counter mechanic yet. So just like Captain Marvel.
Yeah. So it's like a card-based game size. Yeah.
You're gonna deal damage to all enemies that attack you for an entire turn. You take the damage first, but if you got a powerful taunter who dishes out Danvers levels of damage, you're clearing the field pretty easily if you get the right card draws. Now that you know how counter works, you're going to have a deep
played until like 9:30.
Marvel's passive.
Miss Bat, holy moly! What's up, Miss Bat? How are you?
With the Abby's well worth it because her level 1 passive gives a 10% chance to gain 1 counter on.
Only played an hour, got 2 wins. Nice, dude.
Passive increases the chance to 20%. In my
opinion, it's going well, going well.
S-tier passive abilities because you're capable of putting out
good to see you.
So much damage with counters.
I was talking to Mr. Little Bat about how we were talking about Halloween costumes and everything, and I was talking about how you should dress up as Batman this Halloween, and he should dress up as Batgirl. That'd be great.
If you play regroup,
but I need pictures if that's how it goes down. There's a queue to play last night. Yeah. It seems like people are really enjoying the game.
And when you upgrade it, you'll also gain health. One of the potential late game mods that could come up would be the ability to cure Danvers via redrawing.
You guys should do it.
So
you guys should do it.
A couple episodes ago when I was showcasing how Spider-Man works, I was pointing out how he would need someone capable of dealing a little bit higher single target damage. I can now reveal that one of those heroes I was alluding to, of course, is Captain Marvel. Rain of Blows is a perfect example of this, but there is a cost to pay. Rain of Blows will consume all of your current heroism, and the damage it does scales based on how much heroism you just consumed, resulting in massive damage. The cost? Well, all the precious
that'd be hilarious.
Protecting, gone. But it's more than block that's gone, isn't it? Remember, binary
you're going to scare a lot of people, size. Be careful.
For this reason, that Rain of Blows is ridiculously powerful.
25,000 cute, dude. They got to beef up those servers, dude. Wow-wee. How long did it take you to get into a match?
Will deal more damage per heroism.
With a queue like that.
One of the mods that you could add in the late game.
Yeah, size, be careful, man.
On knockout.
You'll end up scaring a bunch of people.
For only 2 heroism.
You gotta put the 3 on there too, though, dude. That's funny, man.
And it's effective. Playing Supernova brings up a large circle for targeting that allows you to hit every enemy that you can within its borders. On upgrade, you could even increase the area of effect. And one of the late game mods could see you adding.
He got off. The game backs me back out to the beginning.
Remember,
really.
Binary status equals more damage.
Getting Q again? Yeah, dude, that's rough.
Binary status?
That's rough.
Yeah, you got it. You're a quick one. Hopefully you've noticed how impressive it is, what you can achieve when you have an accident with a piece of alien technology.
Oh, bro.
Carol Danvers is without a doubt.
Well, Friday night too, yeah.
On the roster.
Friday
always,
night.
I want to thank Marvel and 2K for partnering with me.
Had
on
all those
series.
little,
and I want to take a second just to thank
12-year-old sweaty little edgelords wanting to play Rumbleverse. You know what I mean?
Excited to get your hands on yourself, and hopefully that will happen very soon. Thank you guys.
Fell asleep waiting in line? No way, dude. Well, that's because you stayed up so late the night before, right? Oh, that's terrible, dude. I'll see if I can pull up some news.
I'm gonna go binary.
I'll see if I can pull up some news.
See you in the next one.
About their queues and stuff. Wait, give me a second. I'll see if I can pull something up. See if they have any, if they've said anything about it. Wow, that's crazy, dude. Well, there's some more of the Captain Marvel gameplay there from Marvel's Midnight Suns again. They've delayed it again, right? So this game has been delayed again, all the way back until the end of their fiscal year, which would be, it could release anytime up through the end of March 31st, but to March 31st of next year at this point. Marvel's Midnight Suns currently scheduled to release for the PS5, PS4, Series X, Series S, Xbox One, Switch, PC via Steam, and the Epic Game Store at some point before March 31st of next year. It had previously been set to release on October 7th. Playable characters revealed in the title so far include The Hunter, Captain America, Iron Man, Wolverine, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, Blade, Ghost Rider, Magic, Nico, Minoru, Spider-Man and Scarlet Witch. There you go. Yeah, yeah, it is free. Yep. Just like Fortnite, man. Yeah. Yep. Let me see if I can pull anything up real quick. I don't know. That's something Wick. No, yeah, cool. Seemed like a really crazy concept to me when I first saw it. I was like, how are they going to make that work? But apparently, it's a lot of fun. Right here, 3 hours ago, guys. 3 hours ago, they actually said they're going to be down for maintenance between 5 and 6 a.m. Eastern time, which has already happened, right? To deploy server improvements. So, updates to Rumbleverse services have been deployed. This was 8 hours ago. So, early, I mean, we're talking like going on close to midnight, right? Been deployed to address the queue and restoring matchmaking. Continue to monitor live game performance. Just fight. Pick up books to learn special moves. Callie says hi. What's up? What's up? So it looks like they're trying to address the issues. Yeah. Yeah, services are being updated to restore matchmaking. Then 8 hours ago, services have been deployed to address the queues. And then 3 hours ago, they were down for maintenance to deploy server improvements. So maybe tonight it'll feel a bit better, guys. I don't know. But they do have a Rumble support Twitter page, okay? I would say stay up to date on that. I'll throw it in chat for you. Right there. So keep tabs right there. If you're going to be playing Rumbleverse, it might be worth keeping tabs on what they're pushing out on this Twitter page, as far as what they're working on to try to resolve a lot of that queue server issue stuff. Okay, looks like they did a lot of stuff overnight though, Wick. So maybe it'll be better tonight, dude. Squirrel with a Gun video game goes viral following absurd gameplay clips. A new game known very simply as Squirrel with a Gun, if you guys have not seen this, it looks hilarious, has gone viral after some gameplay clips showed the playable squirrel terrorizing the world with guns. There are a lot of amazing video games. Oh, yeah, Wick does. Yeah, absolutely, here. Yep. And I'll shoot a shout out to Size as well. Yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with Wick and Size, I know most of you probably are, but if you're not, please go check these individuals out. Amazing. Throw them a follow, show some of that community love, please. We also got a win. Had no idea because we got so focused on the match. Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll have to try it out, man. I'll have to try it out. If I am able to get everything kind of worked out with PC this weekend, then maybe I'll take some time tomorrow and play a little bit of Rumbleverse. Oh, here we go. Wick has an issue with keeping his stamina up, though. Kappa. Kappa. Miss Bat, you should have thrown a Kappa in there. That would have been perfect. Oh, Size, I'm gonna have to show you pictures, dude. Size, after I end the news segment, hang out. I'll show you some pictures of a beard, dude. In game. Okay, so some of them tell incredible stories. Some have incredibly engaging gameplay. Some even push the boundaries of entertainment as we know it, thanks to the ever-evolving nature of this medium. Sure. And some just love to be absolutely absurd and create wacky fantasies that feel like a trip. Over the last decade or so, a lot of indie games about animals have popped up, such as Goat Simulator, Untitled Goose Game, and slightly more earnest and critically acclaimed cat game Stray. There is now a new entry in the animal video game genre thanks to Squirrel with a Gun. This game has been going viral because, as you may expect, you play as a squirrel who can wield a gun. Wield a gun, not weld it. You're not welding a gun, you're wielding a gun. One video that went viral shows the squirrel wielding a normal-sized pistol and mugging a human who decides to run away before ripping and falling over. I think tripping is what it's supposed to be. Another video shows the squirrel using a mini Uzi, but not to kill anyone. The squirrel is able to fire it and uses its recoil to essentially fly. It's truly amazing, and it's coming to Steam. Yeah, if you guys have not seen this, it's hilarious. Come on, clear up, dude. There we go. Nice, Miss Bat. Nice. Yeah, it sounds like you did a lot of work overnight on it. That's actually pretty wild. The game doesn't have a release date yet, but it's hard to imagine creator Dan D'Etremont not getting some extra support from a publisher or something after all the attention this game has gotten on social media. Only time will tell what else you can get up to in the game, but from some screenshots on the game's Steam page, looks like there will be agents to chase after you, and you can pick up other objects like bricks and hurl them around. Needless to say, this is the kind of chaos we all need in the game world right now. Yeah, it looks awesome. It looks like a lot of fun. Sega responds to questions about Sonic Frontiers' delay. While Sonic Frontiers does not yet have a definitive release date announced, it is still set to launch later this year for the PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS. Excuse me. Sorry. Oh man, my throat just got real scratchy. PS5, PS4, Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. Despite fan concerns about what's been shown thus far, Sega had previously indicated that it had no intention of delaying the game. As part of a recent financial briefing, the company has once again affirmed that it's not considering delaying the launch of Sonic. Basically, as part of a Q&A about Sega Sammy's Q1 results for the fiscal year ending in March 2023 on August 4th, one question pointed to the negative response to Sonic Frontiers' reveals so far, asking whether the company would consider delaying the launch of the video game in order to improve it. Quote, "We do not consider postponing the launch at this point. Within the community with users, we intend to reflect the parts that can be reflected within the development timeline and to build empathy with users. Sonic IP is a mainstay title we will sell over the long term in the future. We will continue to strengthen it in the next fiscal year onwards as well." In other words, Sega is currently sticking to launching Sonic later this year. Notably, it seems that the company is set to reveal the release date of the video game alongside a new trailer at Gamescom later this month. Sonic's new journey begins when him and his friends Amy and Tails head to the Starfall Islands in search of Chaos Emeralds. A description of Sonic Frontiers from Sega reads in part, as they approach the island, sudden trouble hits their plane and they are sucked into a dimensional portal. Sonic then finds himself separated from his friends and awakens in a strange digital world, cyberspace. He miraculously escapes cyberspace and arrives on Kronos Island, one of the Starfall Islands, full of ancient ruins where strange enemies roam. It is then up to Sonic to explore the Starfall Islands, find his lost friends, and uncover the mysteries around him. Yeah. They have caught a lot of backlash. It seems like they've tried to keep releasing a little bit more in regards to showing what the game has to offer to appease or calm the fans of Sonic, as it were, and it hasn't done much, I don't think. We'll see how it goes, though. This is the last article I have for the morning, guys. So if you have anything else to add, let me know. We'll address it before we finish up the news segment today, okay? How an online community took back the legend of Zelda. I don't have a first memory of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time because it's been in my life for as long as I can remember. Before I had the coordination to play the game myself, I would watch my older brothers play it for hours on end. When I could finally play through it myself, it felt like flying. I chased that dopamine hit once every year or two by playing through Ocarina of Time, which normally requires dusting off my old GameCube and hoping the disc isn't too scratched to read. But for the last several months, I haven't been playing Ocarina of Time on a Nintendo console at all. Instead, I've been playing it on something called Ship of Harkinian, an unofficial port of Ocarina of Time for PC that a few short years ago would have been unimaginable. For decades now, Nintendo has graciously indulged my and other players' love of Ocarina of Time by re-releasing the much-celebrated game on every one of their home consoles since the 64. In a way, these official ports have allowed the game to grow with me, but not all ports are created equal. Ocarina of Time's most recent re-release as part of the Nintendo Switch Online collection was, in a word, abysmal. Yeah, it was bad. It was very bad. Finding ways to play the game elsewhere has been dicey at best. Before Ship, running the game on a PC required using an emulator to mimic a Nintendo console's hardware. Emulators are notoriously finicky, sometimes dramatically affecting gameplay, but building a native, non-emulated port would require access to Ocarina of Time's source code, the human-readable code written by the developers who created it. This poses a serious problem. Because Ocarina of Time source code is kept strictly between God and Nintendo, for mere mortals, the only insight into the inner workings of Ocarina of Time is the near unintelligible binary compiled from the source code and loaded into the game's cartridge. That's where something called decompilation comes in. Decompilation is a form of reverse engineering in software, like starting at the end of a maze and working backwards. A decompilation enthusiast writes new code based on the compiled binary of the program they're trying to match. Instead of making guesses about how the original source code looks, all they need to do is make sure the new code compiles to the same binary. Once they've accomplished that, their new code, which likely looks very different from the original, can be treated like source code, open to tweaks, improvements, and recompilation. Let's go. Random mode time. Looking for those FB catch hands there, that emote. This can be an incredibly arduous, time-consuming process, especially for a large program like a video game, but Ocarina of Time's fanbase is devoted. And in 2020, a group of those fans under the name Zelda Reverse Engineering Team... Oh, dude, Miss Bat... That's actually a FB emote, so that's not that far off. It doesn't look close, but that's actually pretty close. For the first time in more than 2 decades, a fan-made PC port felt like it was in reach, but Zelda RET had no such plans. The entirely volunteer-based group is made up of mostly of speedrunners and modders with no intention of porting the games they successfully decompile. Long TLDR. This is a big summary of like how this has, they've kind of like loopholed being able to create this like PC
that one was on me
of Ocarina of Time while avoiding copyright stuff from Nintendo to this point. And we've read about what they've done with this previously in other articles, right? And it's pretty amazing what they've done with the reverse engineering of this game, bringing it up to like running at really high frame rates, wide monitors support. There's all kinds of really cool stuff they've done with Ocarina of Time through this method here, and while avoiding copyright infringement and stuff. Which is funny because I mean you see a community of just gaming enthusiasts and game lovers, right? Do this kind of thing where Nintendo releases a port of it on the Switch and it's an absolute like nightmare fuel. There's so much that was wrong with it, you know. That's the thing that's so just rough for me is you get these massive developers and Nintendo's notoriously really bad about not wanting to give people access to their older titles, being really bad about, you know, not giving people access to old titles, and also going after people for copyright infringement, stuff like that. And but then whenever they port something, even with all these resources at their disposal, they botch it, you know? But then you see like a team of just free, you know, they're just doing this of their own volition and not getting paid for it anything, just because they're passionate about this project, and they absolutely kill it, you know what I mean? They blow it out of the water, and they just do it because their love for video games and for everybody else that loves video games and loves this game specifically, right? As long as Nintendo is content putting out alarmingly low-quality versions of their classic games for shockingly high prices, Ship of Harkinian is proof that the unofficial option is sometimes the best option. In a perfect world, Ship would provide paid work for its dedicated developers, whose efforts could be celebrated widely and openly. Absolutely. In the real world, its developers are uncompensated, and their labor of love is enjoyed in hushed tones, always nervous of the future. They continue to do it because they love the game. It's a love I understand. You know, that's exactly like the sentiment that I was just trying to get across there. This is going to be a great article. Well, that's much better than, you know, having Wick fall asleep at his computer. 125,000 Q. You know, it's much. It looks like they really, you know, they made some significant improvements about, you know, what was kind of affecting Rumbleverse last night. So hopefully moving forward, it feels much better queuing up for matches and everything like that. That's what I have for today, guys. Size and anybody else, stick around. I'll show you some a few pictures here before I end. I'm gonna end the segment here, but stick around. I'll show you some pictures of some old pictures of a beard that I grew at one point. Yeah. You can't add friends by typing a name in the game? Oh, that's weird. They'll probably get that kind of stuff sorted out. It's you know, the game just released. They're gonna have bugs and stuff that they're working through, and issues that they're gonna be like, oh crap, we've got to get that fixed, you know. So give it time. I think they'll get it worked out. They'll get it worked out. But thanks. That's good to know, Miss Bat. Thank you. Yeah, thanks for letting us know how everything feels. No option, right? That's what I think that it was probably an oversight. It's probably an oversight, and they'll get it put in there. I think. Yeah. If there's legit no way to do that, that's just a significant oversight on their part, and they'll get it put in there, I think. Yeah. Thanks to everybody that's part of this community. You guys are amazing. Thanks for being part of the news segment. Again, I'm not doing any like gaming content. There are no plans for any gaming content this weekend. I'm going to take this weekend to kind of focus on doing a little bit of tech work on my PC and some content creation and stuff like that. So really all I'm focused on doing this weekend are the news segments, and then I'm going to just try to focus down on taking care of some stuff that's been, you know, kind of taking a back seat, try to get some stuff taken care of because I do have a vacation coming up, and I want to try to make sure that I'm kind of set to go for that vacation. I don't have stuff kind of hanging over my shoulder that I the entire time I'm gone, that I'm going, oh man, I've got all this stuff I need to get done when I get back. So I'm trying to take care of some of that stuff before I leave in a couple of weeks. But well, actually a week and a half now. But you guys rock. I hope your weekend's going very well. I don't know if I get everything to a good point where I feel pretty nice about what I've taken care of. We might get some gaming in tomorrow, but right now, again, the plan is just for video gaming news today and tomorrow. That's it. But if that changes, I'll update everybody. Okay? You guys rock. Thank you very much. If you are viewing this as a VOD on YouTube and you're enjoying content, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself and all the other amazing individuals that are part of this community when we go live at 6 a.m. CST every single day. And we start all of our streams off with video gaming news. All right? Also, consider hitting that like and subscribe button if you're enjoying the content. And other than that, you guys just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind to one another, and we'll catch everybody tomorrow for August 14th edition of Video Gaming News. All right?